Hi, good morning everyone. So it's 7:15 in the morning. I'm on my way to Kyoto to play some tennis. As you can see, my tennis bag behind me. We're gonna try to have a session from 9:30 in the morning with Matheus today. It's gonna be exciting because I want to try some new overgrips. I've been using a lot of Tourna these days, but summer is over, temperatures are getting lower, and so hopefully by trying some different wet grips I can find something comfortable that I can play during the colder month of the year. So stay tuned and see you in Kyoto. Alright, so today I'm in Kyoto with my friend Matheus. You've seen him on the channel many times. So we're gonna practice on the same court as usual, this one right there. Well, I bought those overgrips. So there's the Head Prime Tour, Tourna grip, and Yonex Dry Super Strong. I checked the humidity levels today, they're not so high. They start at 64 and they're going down as the day gets warmer. I had experience already with the Tourna since June and it was really great in summer because it's very hot and humid here in Japan. I've heard good things about the Yonex Dry Grip. Prime Tour has pretty good reviews as well. I don't want to try the Tourna today because I already have experience, so I decided to go with the Yonex today. It's a dry grip, so I'll see how good it is compared to the Tourna. Alright, so I wanted to have the white variant of this overgrip, but they only had black at the store, so I'm gonna start with the black one. And time lapse. There it is, new one, dry. So let's try it. Has a nice feeling, kind of similar to a new Tourna grip, so let's try it out. Alright, so that is today's court. It's a regular hard court. The surface is, well, it's hard, but it's actually quite slick. It's not as grippy as the newer courts. This is actually a very, very fast court, and the bounce is not as high if you have topspin. So it's really interesting. My racket here. So the Radical 2019 Pro. So standard weight 310 grams. We're going to do some typical drills down the middle, cross-court forehands, cross-court backhands, and then we're gonna play some points. We can do some serving as well. Let's get to it.
I always start my sessions with mini tennis. It's a good way to gradually get my heart rate up. We're doing about 10 minutes of mini tennis before moving to the baseline. In that time, I concentrate on 3 things: footwork, proper contact, and focus. For the footwork, I try my best to split step on every shot, time it correctly, and get the legs moving, bounce in place while waiting for my opponent to hit. I also try to get low on lower balls. The more I feel the burn in my legs, the better. Next is proper contact. First, I aim to hit in front of my body. I can get more power that way, and I am less tense through the shot, which is a good thing. Second, hitting in the sweet spot and minimizing miss hits. Making sure I keep my eyes on the ball through contact and getting the racket through instead of up reduces chances of miss hits. Finally, focus. Staying proactive on every ball, not being lazy with the feet, and aim towards hitting balls in the same contact zone requires a tremendous amount of focus. We're now moving to the baseline, and there's always this problem when I start from the baseline. I hit too hard. Too much pace from the get-go. As an amateur player, I love hitting fast pace, but hitting hard is the worst way to generate pace. Due to the faster pace, my timing gets worse too, and I end up muscling the ball. I miss-hit a lot as well due to this tendency. As the warm-up from the baseline goes through though, I keep telling myself to stay relaxed and use the body instead of the arm and shoulder for power. Besides that, I also remind myself to initiate the stroke earlier, which in turns makes me hit in front of the body and in a relaxed manner, be proactive in getting to the ball, and hit properly and slow rather than sloppy and fast. I also do not like making mistakes. and I end up focusing on where my shot lands rather than getting ready for the next shot. So you see me standing still instead of having active footwork, like bouncing in place. That's a no-no that cost me a lot during point play actually. Now I'm sure, if you follow the channel for a while, you notice that I'm trying to switch to a single-handed backhand. Truth is, I've always felt restricted and uncomfortable on the two-handed backhand and want to experiment hitting one-handed. I did a lot of shadow swinging to train my muscle memory. I managed to hit decently in mini tennis, but baseline rallying shows that I need to work more on it. I do hit some of them decently as you could see, but with little to no pace. That's where I need to get stronger and work on my back and core and shoulder exercises as well for stability. Now, I like this last rally that is showing on the screen right now. It's just fun, a little bit faster tempo, and yeah, just trying to maintain this one up, one down rally as long as possible is a pretty good challenge, and I moved a lot as well, so good exercise. I'll let you enjoy the end of it. And after this wonderful smash, we took a well-deserved break before moving on to the classic cross-court forehand drill. You've seen it before on the channel. It's a foundational drill. It helps me work on rhythm, timing, aiming, and footwork. The reason it's such a great drill is because it reinforces the idea to have to hit in front of the body to make sure that the ball goes cross-court. Whenever possible, I also try to not hit backhands as well to intensify my workout. Whenever I play tennis, I really pay attention to the feeling and the sounds. I figure out that I miss-hit a lot, and that's likely due to want to hit hard. Just like I did in the warm-up, I try to stay relaxed and use my body to generate power instead of the shoulder and the arm, all while ensuring that my contact zone is well in front of the body. At some point during the drill, I thought that my preparation for the stroke was late. I separated my arms too late and I felt like I ended up rushing my forehands. I told myself to separate earlier, giving me more time to adjust, and I suddenly felt I was hitting better. My main problem is I still miss-hit a lot because I didn't keep my head stable through my forehands. I still have to work on that. However, my legs are much more active now and I split step more often, meaning I can get to farther balls quicker. My single-handed backhand still needs a lot of work though. I'm still very tense on the fast rally and I can't get the power through the shot. It's such a great feeling when I'm hitting a forehand with a sweet spot and I transfer my weight forward. It's truly effortless power. I love that.
That's a good one.
I reckon I still have timing issues, but once I get locked in and remain focused, the sensation is unmatched. So among the many things that I have to keep in mind while playing, timing is one of the highest priorities. With late timing, I get jammed and power cannot get through. It's really frustrating. I constantly repeat to myself to initiate earlier, and I'll do it until it becomes second nature. Lastly, I really like my footwork here. It's not the best, but there's definitely an improvement compared to the baseline warm-up. I run a lot more and it's good cardio. It's good exercise. What else could I ask for? Now Matheus is at the net, so is it possible for me to pass him? I guess not. On a lighter note, let's count how many cones we toppled. In reality, it was 8 cones, but I couldn't record the other 2. Anyway, that's still quite a lot within 30 minutes. New record to beat. After a quick water break, let's move on to the next foundational drill, the Crosscourt Backhand Drill. Of course, you've seen this one on the channel too. Since I'm trying to commit to a single-handed backhand, I was already expecting plenty of mishits, wrong timing, and lack of power. I actually haven't even done basket drills for it, so even though I didn't even take lessons, being able to hit some of them decently made me happy and satisfied. I understand I have to do the basic drills for the backhand, such as drop fitting and hand fitting drills to get used to the timing, the contact point, and weight transfer and rotational transfer to generate power. But after trying to hit single-handed backhands for the first time 2 months ago, and doing a lot of shadow swinging in my room, I generally feel happy I'm able to hit a couple of them correctly. Of course, now I don't feel confident at all on that side, so I end up hitting a lot more inside-out forehands. But anytime I feel I can hit a backhand, I will. After all, the more you do it, the better you may become. One thing I noticed that advanced players do that I don't is consistently getting low on the legs. I still at times tend to have my front leg straight, preventing power generation and stability, which is crucial on any ground stroke. I observed that backhands are usually hit with a close stance, which I tend to do well. So besides the power generation, I will try to get lower and get into a wider stance to increase stability through the shot. Secondly, I noticed that I tend to place my weight on the back leg, which hinders forward weight transfer, and I believe it's due to my perceived instability. The solution? More basic drills, lots of repetition until the move becomes second nature. When I step forward with my right leg, the front leg, I initiate forward weight transfer, and usually the backhand has a lot of power simply because I use my body weight. So it's crucial to understand that principle to effortlessly generate power in your ground strokes. I'm glad I recorded from the side so I could also see whether or not I was hitting those backhands in front of the body. In general, I did, but there were a lot of times where I still hit too close to the body and in turn became jammed. The same story as on the forehand. It's still a matter of correct timing. One issue that is solved since I started switching to the one-hander is that I can hit cross-court much more comfortably, but hitting down the line has become a little more difficult, to be honest. The mishits still annoy me, but what can I do? It's still very new, and I'm already hitting live balls without prior training. I think it's a feat in itself. Let's enjoy those last rallies before getting into point play.
Way too early.
As I said, too early. But anyway, after a quick break, we wanted to start playing points. For a point play, we had a little different approach. During the Crosscourt Backhand Drill, I was remembering tennis videos of players doing slice battles, especially on the backhand side. Grigor Dimitrov being cited as the best male slicer on tour, we decided to do some slice battle. We could only hit slice forehands or slice backhands and allowed coming to the net. So there were a lot of points that were finished at the net, but also very sharp angles. That was so much fun. What I like about this game is that it works on your touch, your feel, and ultimately your slicing ability. How to direct it, how to shape the ball to put your opponent in difficulty, and then overall improves your defensive game. It also works on your approach game because we allowed coming to the net, and I rarely went to the net though because I'm still not so confident about it. Anyway, we kept the score, and even though I lost, I just enjoyed myself and tried to play the slices as best I could. So there were some fun rallies. Oh yeah, I vividly remember that one. The ball was coming to my left, and yeah, I had to do a very quick decision to hit on the backhand side. But that's also the reason I like this game, because there's also some side spin involved, and so you have to really understand where the ball's going to go, and you have to make split-second decisions to be able to just hit the way you want it. I really enjoyed winning that point and the next one. But there were also many times where we failed miserably, and there were really, really funny moments. So let's have a look. Next, we did regular point play, serving underarm. In this game, we allowed starting the rally however we wanted, so the ball could land anywhere on the court, not necessarily in the middle. Some of them were actually free points. To be honest now, I'm not really good when it comes to playing points. Well, not yet. But it's motivating, that feeling of uncertainty where your opponent can hit anywhere on the court and you not knowing where is exhilarating. That's why the foundations have to be really good, especially footwork. Adding the fact that you have to think of strategy all while doing a bunch of things at the same time is really taxing on the brain, but it's why tennis is so good. Again, I lost most of the points here, mostly because of so many unforced errors. Most of them happened because I was not positioned ideally for my shots. I can be slow on the court, that's true, and that's one of many holes in my game. On that day, I really tried to be aggressive as much as possible with my forehand, by trying to stay relaxed and use my body weight to get into the ball. And sometimes it was successful. It's a risky type of play, so unforced errors are more likely to happen, though those would likely occur whenever I would tense up. Then staying relaxed is key. Now that we're playing points, I feel like my footwork is getting better, as I know I'll have to move more. But I'm definitely more explosive, have faster reactions. On the other hand, I still have to tell myself to not hit hard, otherwise I'll just make more mistakes. There were definitely great points on that day. That was so much fun. Ah yes, that point, I remember it. Yeah, setting up for the inside out. Yes, I really pushed my weight forward onto this one. I really relaxed, almost had a straight arm when hitting the forehand. Yeah, that's exactly how I should hit all of my forehands ideally. Yeah, how about that one? Oh yeah, wow, already very defensive from the start. Ooh, two-hander. Going back to my previous days. I have very aggressive forehand. Oh yeah, I remember hating that one. Yeah, here, bouncing in place before the ball is even engaged. That's really good reflex to have. Nice forehands. Nice. So here, yeah, also playing the long game, trying to be a bit more patient and trying to wait for the opponent to make a mistake is also a pretty good strategy. Yeah, and I tried to send that backhand to space. That was funny. And here, I think it's an approach shot. Yes, with a pretty good slice. Yeah, even though I missed it, I committed to going into the net, so that's a good decision. Committing to your decisions is really important when you play points, so you don't have any regrets. And here, one free point for each with weird serves. I don't know what Matthews tried to do here, but I know what I wanted to do, and it actually worked, so I'm happy with that. And with that, we went to do regular serves on point play. Now, I hadn't served in a little more than 2 months, so I was already expecting a lot of double faulting. Some points were good, but I still lost most, if not all of them. I was really focused on my own game, trying to serve well and hit well. That was my priority. Among the many things I have to improve, though, is my return of serve. It's really weak and short. I know in general, to keep it simple, I should return it to the middle and close to the baseline. It's ideal. Now with my serves, just like for the ground strokes, I decided to go a bit slower, but made sure I stayed relaxed and hit with a sweet spot. Suddenly I could serve well again. And for my game plan, I also kept it very simple, just hitting cross court most of the time, not even thinking of hitting down the line, and then committing to it and see how well I would do. Yeah, nice wide serve. Yeah, classic serve +1 from Matheus. Nice. Yeah, here another double. Oh yeah, finally served on this one. Yeah, I got past at the net. My positioning was completely wrong on this one. I just didn't think of it. Yeah, the return on the backhand side is really difficult for me. So I have to work on that a little bit more. But I need someone who can serve powerfully as well. Nice wide serve again. Some slice. And I got very lucky here. Nice point. Yes. Oh, here Matheus returns in the best position ever. My footwork was really awful here. None at all. Here I returned pretty well. First of all, there's some forward movement, and the ball that I returned was deep in the center. So it put Matheus in a bit of difficulty too. Next we have an amazing point by Matheus. His approach to the net was really good. Here. Impossible to get. That was wonderful. Yes, nice return. Oh yeah, here I tried to pass Matheus, but I guess I tensed up, so ended up in the net. Unfortunate. Oh, very ambitious. Oh, I got lucky. Just clipped the net.
Sorry.
After roughly 3 hours of tennis, it was time to call it a day. Drills and point play, we almost had it all. Let's have a quick debrief, fresh from the session.
Yeah, what do you think of today?
So guys, do not think this is our regular level. We played really good today. We practiced really good. That being said, I think that this might have been the best day of practice.
Yeah, probably.
Ever. We didn't do the usual drills. We do some the change of direction drill. I think if we done that, maybe the level would have gone down.
Yeah.
But by the time that, so it's nice because we do some drills and then we play points.
Yeah.
So by the time we play points, we're actually a little bit tired already.
Yeah.
So it's good to see how we would face an actual match.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was really interesting. I think the level was really high for us.
Yeah,
overall.
really high level, especially when we start playing the points, you have the tension in your body, because now there's a bit of a challenge also. When you're under pressure, you try to be more ambitious or maybe safer, and so trying to gauge in which area you're gonna play is really difficult.
Yeah.
And consistency goes down sometimes.
These courts, what do you think about these courts?
The courts, oh my god, they're really fast. I mean, the last time we actually played together was last month, I think.
Yeah.
That was 3 weeks ago, so we haven't played on these courts in 3 weeks, and we used to play in a different place, Osaka, where the courts are still hard court, but it's grippier, so the balls get then slower. But on this one, the balls are so fast and low. So
yeah, we're at my university, so these courts it's a public university. These courts haven't been, nobody has touched these courts except for playing in decades. So it's really the surface is really smooth.
It's
so
slick.
The balls go way fast and they don't bounce as high.
Yeah.
So and also even you slide a little bit because it's really
It's
smooth.
so slick. Yeah.
The surface, yeah. So, but it's fun. I actually like these conditions because you have to prepare really early and be really conscious about your swing.
Yeah, your timing has to be on point on this one because
exactly.
it's so fast.
It's a challenge and it's fun. It was fun overall, actually. I forgot to say that it was fun.
It was really fun
Ultimately.
today.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I mean that should be
That's
the number
goal.
one priority.
Yeah.
First of all, it's not just about winning; it's really about having fun. Too. That's great. So when's the next one? Next week?
Yeah, sure.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
All right, awesome. Let's do next Thursday then.
See you guys.
Thanks, Matheus. See ya.
Hey tennis fan! If you've been watching up until now, first of all, thank you so much for staying. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Please like this video by clicking the thumbs up button below the video and subscribe to my channel for more tennis content in Japan. Follow me on other socials as well. Links are in the description below and on the video. Don't miss the handle. Until the next video, enjoy tennis. It's Hobie signing off.